What the fuck is this?
I cannot breathe in this motherfucker. Dying. I hope y'all niggas was scared.
What's up, cousin?
Cause that was
What's
crazy.
up, guys?
Happy
Y'all-
Halloween.
Happy Halloween,
What's
y'all.
poppin'?
I'm good, man. How y'all feeling?
Man, we straight today. We straight today, man. It's like Wednesday.
Today is
Goddamn, I'm
Wednesday.
missing NBA for this shit. But it's all love.
You said what?
I'm missing the NBA for this shit. But it's all love. First cousins, you know.
Oh yeah, the Sixers are playing, right? The Bucks.
Yep.
They're playing the first game
First
tonight,
game,
but
right?
we are here
Yeah.
for
Speak up a little bit there.
we are here for the best. Well, some people favorite season or time of the year, not season, time of the year or holiday is Halloween. You know, I would like to know what are y'all favorite Halloween characters or also y'all favorite Halloween movies growing up.
Ooh.
That's a hard one.
I would say the first one that really scared me was Halloween H2O. I forget what year that came out. It was like the 20th anniversary of the Halloween franchise. And in it, at the end, they chop off Michael Myers' head with an axe.
Mhm.
That shit had me shook as a young boy. I'm talking about, and I swore up and down I wasn't gonna be scared. My folks like, no, you can't go. You gonna? I'm like, I would be cool. I'm in the tub, bitching, crying. They had to leave the door open. But yeah, I like Michael Myers.
Mike.
My favorite movie, I don't have a favorite character, y'all, but my favorite movie used to scare me. I used to cry. House of a Thousand Corpses. Old school.
Corpses, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I used to be so scared. I'd be crying, but it's my favorite now as a grown up. So the scary, old school scary, that's like real traumatizing. Old school, countryside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
them
like it
old
that
country farm Jones on the Halloween tip be scary. I ain't gonna lie. But I say the one that scared me the most was It. I ain't gonna lie. Like I had two cousins that turn off all the lights, start making their mouth spit and shit, like all types of weird shit.
Oh,
But
shit.
Michael Myers was honestly out of the whole franchise like the best one. Scream is up there too, but
Michael
Jason
Myers,
cool.
like
Yeah.
Okay.
Jason cool.
Yeah, I honestly feel as though my guy, you said his name, Jason Voorhees.
that. Yo, your mouth is moving. That's crazy.
Yeah, man, I like that, man. Honestly, I like that a lot because one, just the fact that this man is afraid of water, but out here on a rampage to kill anyone that's near his lake. You feel me? Like Camp Crystal Lake, if I'm not mistaken, man.
Yeah, that's
Jason was
the
my guy for real. But if you guys, y'all participate in Halloween, y'all be safe and everything. You may see people with ski mask instead of Halloween mask. So just make sure y'all, y'all get y'all kids in and out safe environments. Knock on a few doors that y'all know, because a lot of people are crazy out here giving out stuff in their candy and rewrapping stuff. So just make sure your
Take the
kids is
proper
taking the right stuff.
precautions.
especially for the kids,
sure.
man.
Isn't that crazy how
Especially the
times have
kids.
changed? Like it was fun when I was young.
I think you still had to be careful back then too.
You did.
Okay.
Yeah, you always got to be careful with taking stuff from strangers. But yeah, it's also a momentous occasion for this episode. This is the third pod. It's October. It's Halloween, and Scorpio season is officially among us.
Okay.
Y'all
We love
sitting
Scorpio
with the
season.
big Scorpio.
Oh, okay.
Not a little one.
Ooh, talk this
Birthday
shit,
on
bro.
Friday, 10/25.
Yo, make
We
sure
gonna
y'all
be
tell, if
live.
y'all watching this, y'all go tell Nash Dash happy birthday.
Yes,
You
tell our
know I'm
cousin.
accepting all happy birthday wishes, gifts.
Leave it in the comments
Trick
below.
on me.
Trick on you is crazy.
Trick on
Trick
me.
on me is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, they say
Listen, get
close
that
mouths,
money,
don't they say?
honey.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
Any major plans, Nash?
Major, not really. I've been celebrating my birthday for quite a while now. So I think I'm gonna probably just keep it degular, go out to dinner, have
We
some
love
good
that.
drinks, be around some fine, feminine company.
Oh.
As you
Yeah,
should.
that's my twist.
As you should.
Make sure
What
you
y'all got
enjoy
going
it,
on?
cuzzy.
Yeah. Y'all gonna be in the building? Y'all coming to dinner?
You gotta send
where
us some
dinner at?
invites.
I can't say where dinner is, but
Yeah, no,
I can
no
let y'all
drop the
know where dinner
location, but
is. Yeah,
send it in a group message.
I got
We
you.
gotta take them out, y'all. A Nash happy hour.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking
Speaking of
of
that,
happy,
let's.
oh,
You
great minds think alike.
okay?
I already know what you're gonna say, so go ahead.
No, you had it.
Great minds think alike. He said happy hour, so it's only right we have a birthday shot for the guy right here. You know?
Yeah.
It's only right, man.
Everybody got some already?
I mean, I know you were saying what you said on camera, so you can throw a little joint. I ain't have to worry about the extra later on. And I'm good to go.
You good?
I'm Gucci.
Dev, this is crazy. That mask is so intricate. Your mouth moves.
I like this joint. Shout out to Halloween Spirit. You feel me? Or Spirit Halloween. Ha ha ha.
You got a good one too, Cree. It looks
Nash,
like you
for
cracking
your
up.
birthday, let me see the Don dance so people who.
Oh shit.
Oh.
The Don.
Hey.
Dun.
Cheers to Nash. Scorpio
Cheers.
season episode 3.
First birthday on the first cousin.
Yes.
Shout out to that.
Second, technically, but first on air. You feel me? All right, cause Shirley be missed.
Thank you.
I got you, Sean. I got you.
You knew it was.
I got you, Sean.
I'm trying to let y'all Scorpios live.
I got you, but shout out to Nash, man. We definitely hear it, man. Hey, man, y'all been paying attention to what's going on in the city and everything? Like, you know,
where to start?
I'm about to say, it seems like every day is something new. Honestly, where do we start? I want to start with the trauma that's going on in the city of Philadelphia. It starts from so many places. It can start from us growing up as little as children to teenagers to adults. And when I'm speaking on trauma, I'm speaking on anything pertaining to our environment, our household, our friends, just anything you could possibly think of when you think of trauma. One thing I was noticing, we haven't aired in about a week or two. I want to say about 2 weeks. I was down West Philly one day at this spot called Big R and Gigi's. And I'm not sure if y'all familiar, but if y'all familiar with West Philly, they got some good fish. But one thing I just want y'all to know is I'm in a shop and I noticed live breaking news on Action News. It was a shooting that occurred on the G bus, and the G is in West Philly as well. So they said 3 women had got shot. And the oldest was a 60-year-old, got grazed in the head. And it was guys that got on the bus, I believe, down South Philly, and they got on the bus for free because they didn't have the car fare, so they was arguing with the driver. And when they was getting off the bus, even though they had a free ride, they decided to shoot back at the bus. They gave them the free ride, and it's just sickening. This isn't the first time this occurred in our city. Last year, if y'all remember, my man brother, he got killed. On Ogont Avenue, waiting at a bus stop. He was an Imhotep student. There was a shooting at Northeast, and they had a lot of kids shot around Roslyn Sun Avenue last year. This isn't the first time SEPTA, women, kids, guys are getting shot at waiting for public transportation. It's sickening. It's to the point where I don't know how people can move in our city, to be honest with you. Me personally, I just take it, and it's sad what I'm about to say, but this is how I feel. Me personally. I take certain things with a grain of salt because nothing surprises me in this city anymore. So you know how they say you got to move accordingly? That's what I've been doing lately. I've been doing this for quite some time, but moving accordingly. I just feel as though it's affecting the people around us for those that's not moving accordingly. Because the trauma is affecting everyone. But what do y'all take on the trauma that's going on in the city of Philadelphia? Because we can touch on it more, but I just wanted to get that out the way because it's a lot to touch on in different ways.
These YNs is out of control.
The YNs.
Young Rich Nick.
And the YBs.
The YBs,
Yeah,
the
I like
YBs,
that
man.
one
My
too.
new thing, man. The YBs is completely out of control. Like that generation. But one thing I learned, and I learned that as a kid, is start at home, to be honest. And if you got a parent or you got parents that want to be young like you or want to run the streets like you and not paying you no attention, like Meek said in Oodles and Noodles, baby, who gonna be there to watch you? Who gonna be there to take care of you? Who gonna be there to look out for you? So with the way that the city is going right now, a lot of we live in a generation where moms is probably like in their 30s.
Yep.
You don't have grandmoms no more. Grandmom probably done took care of the kid because the mom and the dad is gone. So grandmom gone, so who they got left? It's like they doing a lot of dumb stuff, but it is to blame too. You gotta take, like, people gotta take accountability. And the accountability thing is the parents. If your kid is 15, 16 years old, they not grown. So why is your child out here past 12 o'clock? Why is your child out here even past 10 o'clock? What is out here in the streets of Philadelphia for your child to be out here past a certain time?
Guidance, supervision, intervention. I think all of it is a part of what's needed when you talk about generational trauma, and you talk about parents and then their children as a result, and all of us living amongst each other. It really comes down to those three things. Like, we need to have a sense of community. People need to be involved with one another, and not so what's going on in my house is in my house, what's going on in your house is in your house, everybody mind their business. I think that we used to have a good balance, a better balance of course, we all grew up with the house business, family business stays in the family, but there also was a sense of community. You know, the elders on the block knew the young parents on the block, and they could help raise their kids. If they saw a child doing something that they shouldn't be doing, they could intervene, they could speak to it. Nowadays, they mess around and have a target on them for even speaking to someone's child or trying to intervene in something.
It's not, I don't mean to cut you off, bro, but you know how back in the day it used to be called the village.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you just said, it's to the point where other grown people are not intervening because you say something wrong, you might get shot at. Versus getting cursed out or just being ignored.
Right.
You feel me?
That's
Things
fair.
are also definitely very extreme. For sure.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there was a time before I used to work at a high school, which is really crazy because I was like 20 working at a high school. It was crazy. It was actually the best time of my life. It was so fun. Shout outs to them. But there was they taught me they have no respect, right? Like when you're older, it was a level of respect you just naturally had for older people, people you know, different generations of people. Now they think anyone owes them some sort of substance to respect them.
Right.
So a lot of times now these, what we say, YNYBs have no level of respect, and you have to earn the respect.
But what I don't understand about them, not to cut you off, Sheila, is what the fuck did you even do to earn respect? What are you doing out here to earn respect? Y'all ain't doing shit but posting Dracos and scamming money, and switches would get you.
It's about what's
by the way, switches get you 10 years minimum. Every switch. Minimum. Federal time. So for all the young boys that is tuning into this, y'all got something to think about there. 10 years for each switch is a hell of a time period.
And you're not even thinking about the bullet, each bullet.
Facts.
All of that's very true, but I ain't even gonna hold you. All of that is broken record shit.
It is.
Like everybody knows. Yeah, everybody knows what's on the line.
Especially like, and especially everyone knows on the line. Like, to touch on that, like, I'm not sure. We're not gonna name the source, but it's a documentary that's out pertaining to Philadelphia young boys and also young niggas. That's what the young YB and YN. That's what that stands for. Just in case y'all couldn't catch on. You feel me? Yeah, hell yeah. So it's a lot of it's a documentary that's floating around on YouTube that's basically breaking down the perspectives of the people that are in the streets of Philadelphia and what's coming behind it and why they're in the streets and things in that sort. So one thing I will say, by me being over 30, I don't speak to that many people in the age range from 18 to 25 for me to really know. From 25 on outside of Cree and other mature people in that age bracket, but I really don't have an understanding of what they're thinking. And just like when we were young boys and we used to sit back and be like, yo, oh yeah, they judging us, they don't even fucking know us and shit. They think we young and dumb, this, that, and the third. Coming to find out we actually smart. And we don't know what these people are going through. It's people that's in the streets that really don't want to be in the streets. It's some people that's in the streets because they're playing this game called Follow the Leader. It's people that I know personally. I'm never going to say what I'm about to say. I mean, say that, but it's people in the streets that really don't want to be in the streets. And that's all I'm going to say. It's a lot of rappers that y'all know. It's a lot of people that glorify that shit really don't.
I don't think nobody wants to be in the streets.
I think
nobody.
I mean,
You'll be surprised how
I was
many
gonna say young people,
dumbasses.
yeah, but
It's called blissful ignorance.
It is.
To even think
That's
you
the
want to
perfect
be
word
No,
for
but
it.
you know what?
Actually.
All right, check this out. Here we go.
I'm telling you,
all right,
don't.
you know what? Perfect. These are the niggas that want to be in the streets. The young dickheads that's walking out here with ski masks on, fucking hot. It's hot as shit out here, and y'all already know how y'all look. And at the end of the day, what the fuck do you have a ski mask going for, bro? If you ain't got no strap, you probably can't fight, and you ain't got no fucking money, bro. At the end of the day, people are automatically thinking that you're trying to start some trouble. You feel me? So these niggas want to be in the street because they already know the image that they're portraying. I'm going to be fitting in with the old heads. My pants.
Yo,
bagging.
this shit's so
This, that, and the
bad,
third.
bro.
I'm smoking outside the gas station. I'm harassed. I look like I'm fitting that street image.
But guess what they really want to do?
But some
they
do it
really
because
want to
they're
be Lil
scared.
Uzi.
Everybody can't
They want
be.
to shake their hips and
They
shit
want
by
to shake
shooting
their
their
hips.
glick.
They want to dance. They want to buy cars and jewelry and have women. They want to fly city to city. You even the documentary you talk about. There's a segment where he asked them about going out of the city, and all of them want to travel.
And yup,
They
and
wanna
only
buy
and only
houses.
one of them
I wanna
said
do
they want to be
this.
ball players. They want to be bigger than what they are. They in the streets and they think that's where they want to be because that's what they see.
he even
That's
asked
what
one of them would
programmed
they.
to be on.
He even
All
asked
this shit
one of
is
them
cyclical for real.
would they
And we could
snitch.
really deep dive into it, but it's a lot of dynamics that go into why our culture in particular, because we could look at anything. Everybody has their fringe societies, but for our culture in particular, I'm never going to come off it. Everything goes back to slavery. Slavery wasn't that long ago, and all of our mindsets trickle down from our introduction to this country. Back in Africa and all that other shit, different conversation. We talking about Black Americans and where we are today.
Right. And go ahead, Craig.
He even asked them. He asked them, "Would you snitch?" About 3 of them hesitated before they said no. And it's like you don't want to drop the names, but you can see the hesitation. It was all for the cameras. A lot of these, you had motherfuckers on there. I used to play ball. I used to play football. I used to this. I used to that. So
that's
I couldn't even be mad. You know, the crazy part about it is when that one person said it, I couldn't even be mad when they said why they went into the streets. Because at one point in time in my life, if you know me, you know I played damn near every fucking sport you can think of. But the thing that held me back from wanting to go forward is not having no fucking money. So that is one of the things that do get these kids out here. You seeing all these other motherfuckers, people, parents that's involved in their life, and you just sitting back. So it's like I reason with both sides, but that didn't make me go rob motherfuckers. That didn't make me go kill motherfuckers.
Evil person.
If you gonna sell your drugs, sell your drugs. If you gonna do your 1-2, do your 1-2. But all that taking it a step where you killing motherfuckers, robbing motherfuckers, people, grandmoms and shit, like
raping motherfuckers, doing every fucking thing.
That's taking it too far. Like I seen something talking about you going forever dying and shit. To be honest, the only way you gonna die by this shit is if you went the extra fucking mile to do some dumb shit. Cause niggas ain't really worrying about you when you out the way selling your drugs. You know how many people out the way selling their drugs, bro? It's so many people out the way selling drugs low key. You won't even know unless you know them, period.
Cause he's supposed to keep it okay.
All this is social media played a big part in a lot of this, and these rappers that's half of the time these niggas don't even be in the streets. But they glorify this shit anyway. So rapper, yeah, such and such told me to go kill 3 niggas and I'm gonna be the man.
And I'm glad
you don't even know that nigga.
And check this out. That nigga got his kids through college. That nigga's telling his kids don't do anything that I'm fucking rapping about. And that rapper that's telling y'all when he was younger in his 20s or in his teens or early 20s or mid 20s, I was just rapping about that shit. I've been past that shit, man. Like Benny the Butcher said, you never heard of a 20-year run at the end of the day. It's called you in the game, you out the game, you got what the fuck you need, and I'm out this shit. Let me mature. I'm doing this for money, like Creed was saying. At the end of the day, everyone is not, I'm not going to sit here and say everyone wants to be in the damn streets, but people do have their reasons on being in the streets. You have some niggas that's not pussy. And when I say not pussy, meaning if you have a loved one that you really love, at the end of the day, some people may call it crazy. That's cool. But if you have a loved one and someone kills that loved one that you're really close with, you have some people that will really gladly spend the rest of their life in jail because they know that they got their get back. And that's what get them caught in the street. And it causes a cycle. This man killed this man. oh, that was my man, and that man got beef with his man. Now it's a time, it's a line. It's like what you call it, a chain effect, or whatever the case may be. So
some YNs grow up not liking people because they dads ain't like each other.
Or your neighborhood, just because you from
they
that
didn't
block.
like each other. 20 years down the line, you 10 now, and at 10 years old, you know that this homie ain't like this person.
You know what?
Go ahead. No,
Shut
there's an interesting thought to, like you said, ignorant bliss. Like there's so many ways you can go about it, because you're right. Like you can take the sociological aspect of like low income. There's no one to look up to, but there's always people who are like, hey, I want the opportunity, right? Like I was watching something the other day, like I need to rearrange my mind, right? I need to wake up every day wanting something. I know the environment I am, which is not the best. Like I know what's going on, but I need something to push me there. And I just clicked this random girl who was like, they teach us, and she probably can't relate at all, but they teach us to want to be poor. There's like different aspects that are presented to you. They don't teach you to want to do better or opportunity. And that's why I say there goes respect, because when I was in high school, I wasn't acting like the kids that I was working with. And there was like, oh, hey, you want that opportunity? You gonna take it. These niggas gonna walk around and be like, no, lady, I'm leaving. I'm out. Like, I don't want this opportunity. So you do have those like little few, but the ignorance bliss is like, I want to live that way.
Yeah.
And I can get my mom out this way, because fuck what you was saying, and that way could make sense. Like I've offered little cousins and people I know, hey, you need $50? Come record me. You take my camera that costs thousands of dollars and put it in your hand, and he don't want to do it.
I had somebody like that too.
Though, having alternatives, like really having an example. Like you said, it's not always going to be that way, but then again, with a sense of community, there's figures everywhere. We had teachers and guidance counselors,
godmoms, cousins,
who worked
friends
at the local recreation center and all that kind of stuff. We as a generation, we do a lot of critiquing, but we also have to be involved. I think that,
but I think there's a fear, no? Like
a fear for us?
People wanting to assist, right? Like say, okay, you ordered a meal.
Like
people do assist though.
Okay.
I think part of the problem is stop opening these fucking lounges and open more boys and girls clubs. How much more fucking clubs do you need?
I look at Saul. She got videos up right now. Shout out to Saul. We can never give her enough kudos. She got videos right now giving a young boy clothes and opportunities.
And she said they just tried to rob her.
He stays on the straight and narrow. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be elaborate. You don't have to open a center. It could be a single act. That shit reverberates the same way the violence does. At the end of the day, if we want to change the structure of our communities, we all have to play an active role.
Now, an active role, man. Shout out to my man, Manny 215, man. I got shout out to my man Manny.
Yeah, Manny be going hard, bro. Manny, bro be stepping.
Yeah, he's stepped for the community, man. My man, it's a couple people, but I wanted to speak. And
as I plant the seed, not to cut you off, bro, but as I plant the seed, he goes hard for the kids, man. Ryan goes hard for the kids.
I just wanted to speak on when you were saying like the opportunity or people being afraid or fearful of it. I was just at a gas station the other day, and I was talking to Key about this, and it put a smile on my face. And I'm in the gas station about to grab some roll-ups and shit, and this bull walk in the store was like, yo, what's up, Dad? This, that, and the third. I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? How you? This, that, and the third. Yeah. So he was like, yo, you still doing your box truck shit? I'm like, yeah, man. This, that, and the third. So this bull randomly overheard the conversation. Young bull, I'm gonna say he had to be from like 19 to 23, 24. So bull like, yo, you got a box truck? As if he didn't hear him say that. So he was like, I was like, yeah. He said, you own that joint? I'm like, yeah. He said, what's up? Like, he rolling up like, what's up? So what I thought it was great that he even showed his interest in helping in that field, because a lot of people do think they're just stuck in the streets and they don't want to better themselves. He was like, bro, I'm learning how to do electric and construction. And I'm like, bro, if I got an opportunity, I would love to, assist you, man. Take my gram down or whatever. And the thing is, though, a lot of people, I mean, how can I say it? A lot of people, man, honestly, bro, I don't even know what the fuck is in the streets, bro. Seriously. No, seriously. No, hold on. Show. Like, what is in the streets? Like, cause you selling bud? A lot of niggas is selling bud. Like, what is the streets? Me personally, the
You know
niggas
what's
that's in the streets,
crazy?
me personally, I think the only niggas that's really in the streets is niggas that's putting niggas down 6 feet under. That's niggas that's really like in the streets on some shit where that's me personally. I'm not talking anybody can be a kingpin, anybody can do that drug shit. That's cool. Street niggas, I'm thinking that phone call, you already know ain't no conversation. This nigga gonna put you down, shoot you, and kill you. That's what I'm thinking. So when I don't even know what the streets
So
is
here's
though.
the
I
thing,
don't.
believe it or not, as crazy as it's gonna sound, with us knowing what the streets gets you,
Mhm.
usually one of two things.
Joe, duh.
There are people who see the streets as freedom.
Yeah,
They
They
really
do.
do.
They do.
They see it as freedom. They don't have a whole bunch of structure. There's not a whole bunch of checks and balances. They can
I got
run
my
their movie
gang.
however they want to run it. If
Yeah.
they decide they want to wake up and this what they want to be on that day, selling drugs, that's what they on. If they
No
want
one,
to
no
hit
one.
licks another day, if they want to do drills another day, like they literally can maneuver and go in between these spaces however they want up until they meet those limits that we
I
just
just
Yeah.
feel
prescribed. So,
like
That's a good point. Good point. I like that.
stop lying to yourself. And I say that to say because you get a lot of street I'm trying to get my mom out. I'm trying to.
That blows me every time.
Bro, you just bought a $75,000 watch.
You try to do nothing. You try to.
And your
fuck with the gram,
mom
nigga.
still lives in Section
that shit on
8
fake
houses.
Watchbusters.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck are you trying to get your mom out? You just spent $75,000 on a fucking watch and y'all still live in the projects.
But
Stop lying to yourself.
That watch
Just
cost
tell
money in
yourself
crib.
that you like to be in the streets.
Mhm.
This is what you want to do. Instead of trying to make this shit sound good. Because most of the time, most street niggas got like, and I know a couple
Mhm.
that got about more than one watch.
Mm-hmm.
More than one chain. Post pictures with damn near 10 different racks.
Mm-hmm.
Line the fuck up. But they still live in the middle of North Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's why I say, like, believe it or not, we can, from an outside perspective, think that it's happening for whatever reason. And half the time, like I was saying before, they can tell us one reason why
a lot
they
of people
believe
be
it's
too
happening.
far in.
If you really deep dive into that shit, that's not the real reason, because they can literally achieve all those things. You can get your mom out, you can get out of the hood, you can buy those materials, doing it a straight and narrow way.
Yeah.
Doing it a way that's not risky, that's not detrimental to the community or yourself.
Or
I
your
got a
family.
homie that bought
They
a chain
associate
off
all of that
of
with
a 9 to 5. You can do it.
oppression.
But I always say, to me, a lot of this goes to old school versus new school, because old school was certain streets compared to now. What did the cop bull say? He was like, he was naming the groups with the like new names they came up with. You remember, he was like, we got the so-and-so gang and we're calling y'all when that shit went viral on you even geek, bro. He was like, we got the so-and-so gang, we're calling them the Catch the Boys gang. Like, it was like, you know, so you got the old school versus new school, then you got Philadelphia, we know as humans are jealous city.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can't have young bull who wants to do your thing go to school now and be like, I might drive box truck. He's gonna die because niggas is jealous of his lifestyle.
And that's real, and that's the sad part. You know what? And I'm glad we diving deep into this, man. We're on a fucking diving board for real. Like for example, man, like
you can't say too much in the city. You really can't say too many things, especially
you
in
can't.
certain
But it's
areas.
just like just on this topic though, because like I'm big on our race. I'm really big on our race, man. I like outside of supporting black brand shit. Like I really love our culture. I really do, and it disgusts me sometimes because I'm not gonna lie to you. As a guy, I like when I travel to Atlanta, when I travel to Cali, when I travel to different spots, and it's kind of like what the fuck when I'm down in Atlanta or anywhere outside of Philly, not Jersey, but anywhere outside of Philly, people can be like, they can be walking and be like, yo, what's up, bro? How you? And what the fuck, nigga? Like, in Philly, you don't say shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a black person is your entity. And it's like, nigga, like, what is that? That bothers me. No, it bothers me, bro.
I'm
Not totally
scared.
true.
No, I'm not speaking for
those
everybody. I'm not.
generalizations always bring me down because, for one, people from this city comparing it to other cities, you don't have no motion in those cities, so we can't talk about.
That's true.
what's dangerous, what flies, what don't fly. You know.
I'm not saying
you go
dangerous.
to Atlanta and you go to real Atlanta, ain't nobody saying good fucking morning.
No,
like that's not no real shit.
That
you
part.
go downtown in
That's
Center
fair,
City,
that's fair.
there are pleasant black
pleasant
people,
black people and shit.
included that are at work,
But in
that
the
will smile
goddamn
at
hood
you
of
and
Atlanta,
greet
they
you
gonna
and all
look
that
at
kind of
you.
thing.
I think you're
that
looking
he's
at it
so much-
overall.
it's not to at all just
Yeah.
shit on his point or undercut it. It's just to say we have to be careful at all times how we characterize us.
Yeah. No.
We always talk about, oh well,
You're
such
right.
and such group wouldn't even talk about themselves that way. Now here's what I will say. I'll preface my point by saying I always believe that conversation, again, family business should be family business. So if anybody going to address it, it's us.
Yeah,
we're going to talk
exactly.
to our community about whatever the situation is.
But at the end of the day, just like Shirley had
okay.
I don't mean to cut you off. Just like at the end of the day, we had that voice chat with what Shirley had said in a voice message about, you know, a group of motherfuckers and shit. At the end of the day, yo, like this is just me. Why the fuck is motherfuckers scared of, like, when you see a group of niggas outside, why the fuck is you intimidated? These supposed to be your brothers and your sisters, but instead, and it's not everybody. I don't want you to think that, because I'm one of those motherfuckers that'll say, hey, what's up? How you doing? They probably like, boy, Dickie, he hype as shit, Joey shit. No, that's just me, nigga. At the end of the day, do you have somebody that's quiet as shit, mean mugging you like you did something, and it's probably not even wrong.
Yeah, I'll be quick to speak to people until you give me that look, and it's like, well,
see,
bitch.
and it's crazy.
Yeah,
that's what
like
I'm saying.
now,
It's not
I changed my whole type of job.
You know what I'm talking about, bro. It's
but
just
I ain't gonna lie
But
though,
I do
these
think
lions are
school
scary.
versus old school.
Just talk about that.
I'm not afraid of a group of
not-
40-year-old black
city
men
is
sitting
like
there.
that.
That's what
No, I know that.
That's
it's
never
not,
me.
It's not
never been my thing.
It's not. I know you always on my ass about that.
Yeah,
It's not. It's not
I feel
that
like
though.
it's a part of the culture when we talk about jealousy or crabs in a barrel and all that kind of. Again, we have to be the change we want to see. I'm not even going to characterize my city that way. When I lived in Chicago or suburban Chicago and worked right down in the loop, had folks on the south side, folks on the west side.
Talk your shit.
I'm the first one to tell somebody Chicago's a beautiful city, man. The culture is wonderful. It's not the way that you would think it's character. You know, it is
how they portray
it's characterized.
Right.
And so I put the same emphasis on our city's reputation. Philadelphia is beautiful. It was the nation's original capital. There's a bunch of amazing shit going on. Hustling, child stars every day from the ghetto. There's a Star is Born on my J. Cole shit.
Right.
We literally got just as much going on as anywhere else.
No,
but
that's a fact.
If we want to address those, like I said, fringe societies that don't have positive things going on,
that's every
we
city.
have to look at the catalysts.
Yeah.
We have to look at why. The cause and effect.
Okay.
Like we said, they don't have opportunities. Young boys stop you and say, how can I get down? That might put him on a whole nother trick. Now, you're one person. You got however many trucks right now and you just getting started and whatever. But there might be a point where you can literally make that an initiative. And that would be thorough.
Yeah, if
Same is true for
like
Cree. If she able to eventually open a boutique and go give some young folks a job, to, you know, they first retail and all that.
It really depends
on
invest
in our own and
it really
in
depends
ourselves
on
and help them see the value of that investment, because they are young. They're unfortunately, I remember being a young boy. Not that I'm that old, but I remember being a young boy and just thinking I knew everything. To get older and to really start to become wise, you realize you don't know shit. There's always something to learn, even at the biggest age. And so you have to show them that. Like, you have to be the example.
And some of them are willing. My fault, bro.
No, you good.
Some of them are willing to learn. Like, shout out to my cousin DZ, man. Buddha, as people would know him. But Buddha's from Frankfurt, right? And being the circumstances that Buddha was under, he changed lives. And he changed lives not only by himself, but, you know, with Miss Nafisa. And I had 2 young boys that I met in my early career that lived down the block from me when I was in Albany. Wildest living environment, I swear to God. But I did everything that I could with just a little bit of funding that I had to keep them on the right track. Some way, somehow, they ended up in Frankfurt. And them same young boys that I met damn near 7 years ago is not them same young boys today.
That's good.
Because Buddha changed their lives completely. And all it did was literally turned them in. Like I said, they was in the worst conditions. But now it's like, what the fuck? Like, this not even the same. Like, I remember when y'all was such and such, like, on top of each other and shit. Now it's like smiling all the time. They always was some thorough twins. I'm not gonna lie, they always was some thorough twins. But to see them activated with stuff, got them in rooms that they probably would have never thought a couple
They'd
years
be in.
ago they would be in.
Right.
So it literally is like the people that you're surrounding yourself with, as in the kids have to want it. The problem is with today's time is that they
You want it
don't
more than
want it.
them.
But it's
You
like
want it more than
anything
them,
else.
and that's
Why
not
do you
good.
want it? You got to show them
Yeah.
what's to it. Like I said, if you show them, like, I know it sound, like the long route or whatever the case may be, but I'm telling you, you can still achieve all those things you see for yourself. If you take this role, you could still be your own boss. You could be an entrepreneur. You could still dictate your own schedule. You could still jump from trade to trade. Like you can be multifaceted if you show them all that and get, as well as give them the tools and empower them. And that's where we start to get into politics. If you show them those things, believe it or not, that's why I'm like, they will want to. They can't
9 times
fathom
out
it.
of 10.
They can't even fathom it. That's the blissful ignorance. It's the
They never
it's
seen
the
it, how they gonna
Tyrone
believe
type
it.
shit. All
You
they
gotta
see
show 'em. Yeah.
is the corner store.
Yep.
All they see is the Dickie set. All they see is Oodles and Noodles babies. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I talk about cycles.
You know how many young boys never
eventually
even
having a
know,
breakthrough.
don't even know what a real steak tastes like?
Yeah,
Right.
I remember
Young
there
boys,
was an
some young
episode
boys
on The
never
Wire
even-
where they had to do a challenge in school, and whoever won the challenge, he was taken out to dinner. He took them to a steakhouse. They were disgusted. They couldn't read the menu. They didn't know what to order. They all just picked over the food. You had to take them to McDonald's at the end because that's what they knew. And what that episode was trying to show is we gotta really be foot on pavement with these kids. Like we have to expose them to shit. I remember being in like first, second grade and a teacher sitting at the desk dunking some shit in the coffee. I'm like, what you dunking? They like, it's a biscotti, and explain to me what that was. God is my witness. Few years later, I'm in a class and a teacher like, whoever can tell me what this is called is gonna get whatever. I don't even remember the prize. I'm like, biscotti. I'm feeling like that nigga. Real shit. And then y'all talk about me, Nash, you got these words, blah, blah, blah. You'd be surprised the impact that certain
you're right.
shit
No, real
can
shit.
have on
No,
a
real
child
shit. You're right.
and who
You're
they
right.
end up becoming.
You're right,
Yo,
bro.
you know what's crazy though? I ain't gonna lie. I was one of them kids in school. I had so much going on in my personal life. Mind you, this is middle school, middle school, that I wasn't giving too much thought into school. But ain't nothing about me dumb as hell. It got to the point where it's like, teachers, man, we gonna take basketball away. You ain't playing in this game. You ain't playing football. You ain't doing it. We calling your mom. Call her. Oh man, we about to graduate. You ain't got your project together, this and the third. It's gonna get together. You're gonna fail. You're gonna do 8th grade all over again. I passed that motherfucking extra project with a 95 and did it the day before. You can't, some kids are so fucking smart that the environment that they're in sometimes takes them away from the education or the things that they're trying to do, but you can never underestimate these motherfuckers.
Yeah, of course.
That's true, for sure.
Like, never
But what you have
underestimate
to
them.
get them to understand, as you eventually had to understand, is the importance of structure.
Yeah, you got to have the structure.
Because that's what it is.
You got to have the
that's what
structure.
school,
And I
quote,
had the
unquote,
parent that was like, you ain't do your motherfucking work. You ain't do this. My mom don't play no motherfucking games. But it was just like, when you a kid and you got a parent who's working 3 or 4 jobs, you can lie all fucking day. Yeah, I did this. You ain't do that motherfucking shit. Most parents don't find, when you're a parent, whether you're a single mom or a single dad and you work a bunch of jobs, most of the time people don't find out about their child until school's being called or the cops is, you got to come pick your child up.
Or the report card.
It's not that sometimes parents is not neglected. It's just that who the fuck is going to keep the roof over our head?
They're preoccupied.
Literally. And my mom was one of them ones that was like, somebody got to fucking work. My kids need clothes. My kids need food. But she was never a neglected parent. Some kids choose to go. I didn't have to hop up. My dad was a fucking drug dealer. Literally. And not working for nobody else either. But my mom, I stayed majority with my mom. So majority of the time I'm with my mom, it's like I'm going through, I'm at my dad crib, I'm getting everything I fucking want. I'm at my mom crib, this shit is real life. This not no at daddy crib when you getting whatever the fuck you want if you ask for it. My mom crib is like,
structure.
We ain't got nothing to eat right now. So somebody got me, you gotta call your grandmama son. But I'm gonna go to work and I'm gonna make 3. I've raised my brother as long with my mom. That's why I cuss my brother out the way that I do. But you have I chose to hop off the porch. You have some kids who choose to do that shit when they don't have to. I could have been one of them kids who just stayed in the sports and knew my mom worked 3 or 4 jobs. But when you want more and you see more is when some of the times they hop off the porch. Then you got, like Dev said, you have
But you have a
followers
split
as
in
well.
that. You got a split in that
You
because
do. You see, you have to.
there's a split in that. You got the people who understand the family dynamic. It's too many, like we were saying the other day. There's too many dynamics going on. Back in the day, it was old school. There's maybe one or two, right? You got the people who want to be fucking American dreams, the people who understand courting and what family looks like. Now there's so many family dynamics, it's hard to even understand your own friends for these young
Family these
people.
days don't even have.
It's
they
really hard.
celebrate
It's too many
holidays, you
single
don't even
people.
have holidays
You
with
have
your
no
family these
respect.
days.
Everything goes back to respect from the partners to the relationships. There's a lot when it comes to our
lot of
trauma in
traditions are
Philadelphia.
broken.
Yes,
Yeah.
a lot of traditions are broken.
And I don't mean to cut you off. Speaking of traditions broken and everything, I wanted to touch on this one thing I didn't think we addressed either. As far as the whole young niggas and young boys mentality as well, as far as the money while they're doing it. I feel as though back in 2020, 2021, during the pandemic when they was giving out free money and shit, and motherfuckers never seen nothing like it. So those people, like Nash was explaining earlier, that can choose to hit a lick, choose to hit a route, they can actually relax because they're getting paid more than probably what they was trying to earn on doing whatever they was doing. So now with that, what you thinking they're doing, instead of like Chris saying spending $75,000 on a watch or whatever, we about to buy some new toys, and I ain't talking about no Toys R Us. We going to the gun store, we be glicking up and things, and that's not everyone. That's not everyone. So I do feel as though some people was benefited some people for the money that they were using it the right way, and it kind of fucked it up a little bit for some people that don't even have any direction.
I think it all comes down to choice.
Yeah.
And again, what goes into choice is like anything else.
Yeah, of course, everybody got choice.
What goes into choices is information, being informed. What's going to inform your decision? What's going to inform why you taking the path that you're taking?
Right.
If you got that money and you flipped it and bought a LLC, bought a truck, did whatever you was going to do and start a business, that was your choice. You thought long term about whatever the case may be. If you blew it on bullshit, clothes, money, being in the section, trying to be impressive, maybe in some cases they would frame it as protecting themselves or whatever the case may be. All of that is very short-sighted. And it is. And in some cases, like I said, you can get into the nitty-gritty of it. People will tell you how that's the only choice they got. If it ain't them, it'll be me. I receive all of it. Like real shit. I receive all of it because that's real shit.
No, bro.
Like I'm from the same city. I'm from North Philly. I walk these same blocks.
Talk to
I know
him,
what
man.
it is. So I know that you got to keep your head on a swivel, and you got to be a chameleon. You got to be able to fit into different spaces and not draw attention to yourself. At least if you're not on that.
Yeah.
Now, real shit though. I don't mean to cut you off. Hold your continue because it just sounds smart. Go ahead.
No, but I just was gonna say, like, we all got choices.
No, real shit.
So what we all got to do is be involved. I was gonna say, like, yeah, shit, starting a household, parents, all that. But just like you said, you can have the best parents in the world. You can have present parents. You could got parents that work from home. You can have parents that somebody passed away and left them, a healthy inheritance, and they don't have to struggle and all that. And they set you up, all kind of shit, and people still jump off the porch. They still take that route because it's what they imagine is the choice.
Yeah,
it's the better choice.
Yeah, that's true.
We got to be reinforcing at every turn. That's really my last point to make.
Honestly, what I can say before we leave out of this
neighborhoods, your OGs, whatever. If I'm ever talking to somebody, I don't care if they a young boy that's already playing sports and already on the right path, or one that I feel like I might need to steer a little bit. I'm on the same shit with all of them.
Oh yeah, exactly. You should be.
And if your OGs ain't steering you in the right way, get you a fucking new OG. Cause see, all mine came down on me hard as hell.
No, that's real, and that's
back
real
in the
shit.
day, mentors, all that was real.
Yeah,
that was real.
Absolutely. I actually wanted to speak on what you were saying when you said something about politics and shit like that. I ain't gonna lie, man. Our first episode, I was speaking on Donald F. Trump, and J. Trump. I'm fried. John J. Trump. F stand for fraud. But the John J. Trump. I was basically like kind of like what my man say, pause, glazing. I wasn't glazing him, but I was just basically giving props on him. But he fucked up. I'm sorry. I just gotta throw this in there real quick.
I love
nigga, you was drawn, bro.
Yes,
you was drawn, bro. You drawn. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not like everybody and their mom. Cause I got to throw the shot, Nash. Everybody want to vote for Kamala. That's what's up, Kamala. She probably earned my vote now because you fucked up, Don. Because you said something, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You said something. And Kamala said something that made me raising eyebrows. Let me get straight to it. Donald, you said something about
we're gonna
removing.
stop feeling like we got at every point that we gonna drag Donald, but Kamala too. No, they're not.
drag her,
Let me
she's
finish my
fine,
point, man. This
chill.
nigga fried. So
Yo.
look, Donald Trump,
Gonna
yo,
critique her too.
this boy,
Yeah.
yo, he she
Get
no,
to what you gotta say about
Donald,
that,
no,
nigga.
nigga, and I said Kamala raised my eyebrows, meaning she got a good
in
point.
a good way.
Yeah, that's why I said she might have earned my vote. You see, he ain't hearing me. You see me? He used to me. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Donald Trump, you fucked up, bro, because you sat here and said something like you about to remove education if people want to inform motherfuckers about slavery and shit like that. You lost my vote, nigga.
And motherfuckers ain't go to MO10 for no reason.
And,
so
yeah, and I went to Waukesha Charter School, was before MO10. And I wanted to throw that in there, but also for Kamala and Kamala, real rap. And Kamala, you had said something that caught my interest as well. You was speaking on giving opportunities to entrepreneurs and things in that sort, and also you trying to like give more people an opportunity for housing for the first home loan buyers and shit like that. So I have been paying attention, and when I reposted that, I had a homie like, bro, you really believe that shit, bro? She probably just saying it to get the vote. I said, nigga, everybody say anything to get the fucking vote. Donald Trump said something to not get my vote. What is you talking about,
I like
bro?
that too, and I just didn't want to say it.
That's real shit, bro. I got a black power on my joint. There's no way in the fucking world I'm gonna be voting for fucking Donald Trump and this motherfucker talking about removing education and shit pertaining to slavery. He's not going to fund those schools that are informing people about. You fucked me up, bro.
Donald didn't deliver on a single promise and build a wall and do shit and give the factories closed down and save no jobs.
Talk.
Didn't do anything, but everybody wants to talk about what Kamala's going to promise and not actually deliver.
Oh shit!
He about to do the little Kim.
She do the little Kim out here and shit.
Give her a chance, and certainly,
and we're pro-choice. It's life out here. Let women make decisions, y'all.
Hold on.
Look backwards, my brother.
Let's just do
look
a female for once. And if we don't like her, then we get her ass out of here. But
exactly.
I agree.
One term.
I agree.
I'm not mad. Just like his ass one term.
Because if he comes in, he's not getting the fuck out.
There's so many terrible.
Also, are you guys
to the prospect?
Man, all I can say before we get the fuck out of here is if Trump become president, buy guns and more guns and more guns to protect your family though, because you can't put movies past nothing. And that purge election year look a little too fucking real.
And I was about to feed right off of that because don't forget he ran through. He ran through the building.
Movie that they came out with not too long ago that was on the same shit. That was literally what the premise was, that a president contested the results of the election and wouldn't leave office, and it sunk the country into a civil war.
And then what happened at the building? Right? I'm due to this government shit, y'all.
When they ran.
Come on. Even I have to go to a retreat.
You talking about the Capitol?
Y'all know what I'm saying. Put glasses up. Hear me out. I just said I'm not political. I literally hate talking about politics, anything government. I hate history, least favorite subject.
No, we good.
Before we get out of here, I know we're working on it. Shout outs to Phirst, Cuzns, and Slay the Vote because I registered to vote. But it's coming. Don't you worry. It's coming. You made me forget my train of thought, and that's fine because that usually happens with us anyway.
It's cool.
But before we get to the trick or treat, I want to present Nash with some stuff because I love him and I went to Slay the Vote. Corey Aversa, a very good Philly PR. He had an event about politics, voting, very much Kamala for Philadelphia.
And Nash, I'm sorry.
That.
Not to cut you off, Sheila. I didn't register to vote.
That's okay. We're going to work on it. We're still working on it. We're still, it's over.
Oh, shit.
We've missed that deadline.
Yeah, we missed it. But I mean, Kamala still has my vote.
What I say to people
you playing.
You have to live with the outcome of anything. And
Facts.
a fucking word out their mouth.
That's
So
what
that shit gonna be shut down. She ain't gonna have no motherfucking
hopefully you got your stress ready if you didn't want to register.
Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm singled out, but Jehovah's Witnesses can't vote at all. So that's the whole fucking population of people that can't vote.
Is that you?
Huh?
That's not you.
It is G though. G pause is
right now. But this is for Nash, y'all. Nash,
what she saying?
Nash is registered.
Friday after next, sisters, we gonna go to church.
We gonna pay for these niggas.
That's how I feel.
So Nash transformed me, so I have some gifts for him. This is all from the event.
That was nice.
It's a Creators for Kamala. Ski.
Creators for Kamala. Tough.
They should spell the creator.
He about to be on the joint, like go vote.
For sure. Oh,
you're funny.
I mean, I wasn't going to reveal this yet until I do a drop.
Oh, shit.
For my girl Kamala, but it's Harris.
When
24.
did this happen?
Y'all see the vibe.
How you get that, bro?
It's a whole. What you mean? When
You gotta vote, cuz you to get that,
episode
son.
1, I told y'all what I was on, and I'm glad
I
that
think all
y'all.
three of
I'm
us are
glad that
shocked.
this has
He's
come full circle.
quiet. You're like, what's going on? I love
So
drops.
this
I'm
says
lost.
Kamala also. Now here's the thing. I'm going to be most critical of her based on the fact that I'm endorsing her. I have high expectations, and I'm going to voice any opinions, be they positive or dissenting. That's the power that we have as constituents.
Mhm.
But what I'm never going to do is set myself up and my people up to fail, because that's the other option.
Thanks.
I'm going to at least put us in a
That's
position
fair.
where we can work through some shit and figure it out and try to move forward,
I'm
even
gonna
if
get
it's
you a
not
job
what we
with her.
necessarily expected, versus literally knowing better. Because that, y'all let it, Donald Honest, he say what he mean. Yeah, he
Donald
told y'all
Alright,
niggas
niggas
what
ain't
it's
never say
hitting for.
Donald Honest.
Right.
I ain't nobody ever
Stop
say that.
pushing it, bro.
See,
Donald,
hold
Donald.
on.
Listen, all that
We're gonna-
vocabulary, he gotta
we're gonna
exaggerate.
end
He
on
So
a
don't
said
let-
so
Donald
funny
F.
note.
Trump and the F is for friends.
And
Yeah.
before we
Get the fuck outta
before we
here.
get the fuck up out of here, your ex is back. Creek
Oh.
drop, man. Halloween drop. Let's get into it real quick.
Let me see.
Let's get it. Oh, you want to present? You want to present?
Knock it
Yeah,
out.
I
Yeah,
took
knock
my
it
hair
out the
out and
park.
everything for this. Look at this, y'all.
That's doing tough.
My hair look crazy, but I will put this on. This is so fly. I like this. How much they run? Oh, not yet. Can I?
No, I'm
doing-
doing 50 ball.
Oh, it's not gonna work.
Oh, it's 50 for the beanie. Ain't nothing.
Yeah, ain't nothing.
Ain't
No, I look
nothing.
like
Ain't never do nothing.
That joint hard.
But I like it. It's crazy.
That
Can we
joint
Yeah,
fold
that
it?
doing tough.
Yeah, you can put that joint. Ain't nothing. Ain't
Y'all
never
don't
been
mind my hair.
nothing.
The fold. Yeah.
But this is a good beanie. I
We
like
got
this.
one more thing before we get on.
Yes, we're going trick or treat real
We
quick.
going
with
trick or
Nash.
treat real
Nash, we
quick.
love you. And I'm
We
a birthday
love you, bro.
person. Shout outs to
G-Pos.
Uh-oh,
We
there
got
she
you,
go.
baby.
G-Pod, she
Pull
back,
me.
man. She back.
And I was asleep, bro.
We
I was
ending right
knocked
here
out
with this.
yesterday.
Oh,
I woke
shit.
up like, oh shit, cheesecake in the refrigerator.
Y'all know how I feel about G-Pod.
I'm
What's
excited.
this?
I'm about to say, but
Oh,
she gave it to you like it was an L.
No,
Like,
thanks.
like-
I love that. Yes, it's real content vibes. You know what I'm saying?
I
I
like
guess you
it.
about to pass the
I
L.
like it.
Like,
Appreciate
We
that.
need we need the pie first. We got a pie for you, baby.
Okay.
Happy
But I like
birthday.
that this is black. It's going with my whole
Exactly.
aesthetic.
That was my
That's
vibes.
what's up.
I don't
feeling
even
the
know what's
love.
in here.
G-Pod.
yo,
It's the one. It's the one he asked for,
Like the one he
G-Pod,
man.
asked
man.
for. It's that BP. Wow.
No, not the BP one. I forgot to say
it's
that.
the sweet potato cheesecake.
Sweet potato cheese.
Oh, so she's that one.
I'm eating this. I shouldn't even be eating this.
Wait, it's funny how she said she got this with my man. She said she eating this though. My man,
Oh,
like damn, like this for her.
and
Yeah, like,
napkins. You can take a piece out, or you can put it in the
Uh-oh,
middle. I'll write
uh-oh.
it for you, and then we'll sing "Happy Birthday" the
Yeah,
real
wait,
nigga
like
version.
my situation.
Like the L up. Like
Let's
the
go
L.
match check real quick.
Yeah, most definitely, we're gonna definitely do that.
Okay.
Match check.
Yo, we mass checking, okay, and then we're gonna sing him the real nigga version. You ready?
Yeah.
In the one, in the
Yeah,
one,
let's
in the
go.
one,
I
two,
wouldn't have it
three.
any other way.
Happy birthday to Nash. Y'all better fucking join me. I'm not playing.
Look, I'm looking at him like, what the fuck is going on?
It's lit, know that.
He said, wait for
Happy birthday
to
to Nash.
Nash.
Happy birthday to Nash.
Dad.
Happy
got
birthday.
Go ahead doing this CD out there. My man, happy
All right, but then
birthday, bro.
I want the Philly shine a light on him too.
Shine a light on.
Oh, shit.
Shine a light on. Shine a light
All
on.
right, let me make a wish.
All right, wait, make that wish, man. It's not 11:11 of it. Go ahead.
No,
Where one?
it's okay.
You gotta be quicker than that. I don't want the wax to melt on my pie.
Most definitely, man.
So
Real
Thank
rap.
y'all for
We gonna definitely
episode
need
3.
We're gonna definitely need a piece of that pie, man.
Yeah,
Real
for
rap,
sure.
man. Thank y'all for joining in. Leave the comments below, man. Y'all can definitely hit us up on Phirst Cuzns on Instagram, YouTube.
Make sure to check in with the Beacons and let us know what y'all want to
Yeah,
hear us
man.
talk
Tap
about.
in,
Give us your
man.
feedback.
Yes.
We accepting topics.
On today's episode of Traumas and YNs and
Listen,
YBs.
you already know,
yes,
man.
sir.
You already know, man. We are trying our best each day in a step to make our city better, man. So, like, we were just making examples of my man Manny. He's basically speaking on Saw having an act. Crease speaking on an individual.
Oh, hold on, bro. My fault, bro. Shout out to my twin, man, on the cutting edge hat, for real, for real. One of the best brands in the city, if you ask me, not just cause that's my twin, but she go hard behind this shit. And the Halloween drop about to be real soon. I'm just waiting on her, like y'all waiting on her. But go ahead, Dad. My fault. I just wanted to put that out there.
That was very important, though. Shout out to you, man. Listen, she better get a lot of followers for that shit too. I ain't gonna hold you, but on some real shit though, man. We basically wanted to highlight those people that are making a change in the community. I forgot the man. I think you said DZ. You said.
Yeah, my man Deezy. I said my man, my cousin Deezy, my fucking blood actually.
Right.
But if you don't know him by Deezy, then you know him by Buddha.
Okay.
Don Julio is getting to me, so
okay, it's cool though. We're
I'ma
gonna give a shout to those. We're gonna give a shout to those individuals that are actually doing pretty good in the city for for the youth and
Deezy,
everything. Manny
Ryan,
and everything. Just
Manny.
definitely just want to give y'all a shout out and continue to do what y'all doing, and hopefully it will motivate or inspire other people to help the youth as well. This is episode 3 of Phirst Cuzns and the Halloween edition. Hopefully y'all enjoy this one, and we will see you soon. You already know.
We out.
We killed that shit.